But now I'm not showing you no more.
Start recording live. 3, 2, 1.
Balls.
Talking now.
The fucking show you are about to watch contains some fucking graphic adult content that a lot of you pussies will get offended by. The show is intended for adults with a fucking sense of humor. They like to say words like shit, fuck, cunt, cocksucker, motherfucker, ass, twat, balls, dick, prick, and butthole. So if that offends you, just leave now and fuck off. If the scenes and pictures that we talk about are offensive to you, eat a dick. We didn't make the movie. We are reviewing it. Calm the fuck down, frog tits. Now that you have properly fucking warned, sit the fuck down and shut the fuck up and enjoy the show. Fuck!
Bigfoot, undisputedly the world's most entertaining cryptid. Join the Reverend Jeff Kelly and your old pal Wes as they discuss the best and worst the media has to offer. Movies, books, TV shows, commercials, all on Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly.
Estimated that bears kill over 2 million salmon a year. Although attacks by salmon on bears are much more fucking rare. Come on!
Doggy, how many times have we told you you can't shoot without a permit? You've got a $500 fine coming. Now pack up your stuff and leave the forest. By the way, this is fire season. Smokey the Bear said, put out the bomb!
And that's about the way I felt about this show. Welcome to Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly. I am your host, the Reverend Jeff Kelly, and this is Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly. And over there is Sir Wesley Lawrence.
Lawrence?
Sir Wesley Lawrence Lawson.
Who the fuck is Lawrence? Hey, everybody.
Lounge is what I meant. Welcome to the show, everybody.
Lawrence,
And, oh my God, that's right. Yeti or not, here this piece of shit comes. Okay, so let me give people a little tiny bit of background about where this piece of crap came from. Channel 4.
An asshole.
Channel 4 is a
big greasy asshole.
Channel 4 is the A&E channel, the agriculture channel, the shit grows, the gardening channel over in UK. This guy is one of their presenters. He has been in league with Dr. Sykes to try and prove the Yeti now for a few years. And they set Bigfoot, the new evidence, the 3-part series where they went after the Alma and the Yeti and the Bigfoot here in America. And they made it all out to be like this religious cult, this fake thing. Well, apparently that wasn't good enough. Dr. Sykes read his book, The Yeti Enigma, which he retitled 3 or 4 different times to it's absurd how badly this has gone, to where he found this special bear. And now that he has this special bear, this hybrid between polar grizzly bears that he's trying to prove happens, they give them more money to go out and try and prove that this bear is the Yeti of the Himalayas. And that's where we kind of start in on this, where they're going to go out and get hair samples from as many bears as they can find in the region to have studied to show that this special bear that Sykes found actually exists. And that the Yeti never was an ape man. It was always some type of bear. As Dean put it earlier today, how did Dean put it earlier today? Matter of fact, I'm going to pull that up word for word. Dean Cooper, our quasi-theorist on the Squatcher Sounds podcast on Wednesday nights, put it so elegantly placed that this show should have, in fact, been entitled something else.
Fucking.
Where did you put that?
Get ready for fucking 2 hours of bear.
They should have been called, Himalayan bears and their habits.
Bear Grylls' wild bear, fantastic fucking bear extravaganza hour bear.
Yeah, it really, I can't find where you posted it now, damn it, Dean. Anyhow, it was so eloquently put too, but yeah, it should have been titled Himalayan Bear, nothing to do with Bigfoot, just has Yeti in the title, The Fool You Stupid Bigfooters.
Fuck you.
Take it away, Mr. Wes.
Denisovian. Yeah, so this show, I mean, fuck, man. Right in the very beginning, you see that douchebag's face. So then that's the first thing in my notes. So I already know, what this documentary is going to be like. However, I get proved wrong because I thought it was going to be more like his other one, and nope, this was strictly bear. But,
all about bears. Bears. The Himalayan bear, the Tibetan bear, the brown bear. They're all the bears. Bear. Hey, didn't you hear about the word? Everybody knows that bear is the word. Bear. The bear.
Yeah, basically, then, you know what? If people were playing the drinking game, they will be dead by now.
Bear. The bear's a word. Bear. The bear's a word.
But yeah, so just like every documentary that you see, they give you the quick run through of what's going on in their introduction, and then you get this little, word thing. Word thing. So
that's called a paragraph.
Wow, yeah, I know. I'm really
this word thing
up to that.
Wow, that uneducated. That's the only reason you can say the word "fuck" every other minute.
Yeah, I'm really living into that now.
Fuck.
You guys cursed me now. No, but anyways,
that word thing came up on the screen. I swear to God, this is becoming idiocracy every single fucking
every
week.
day. It's fucking with me. But yeah, so you're in the Italian Alps, right? So I just put, because I couldn't understand what the guy was saying. I just wrote douche babble in quotes.
Was he speaking Italian? Maybe that's why you couldn't understand him.
So then you get Sykes, and you get, basically all I heard was polar bear hybrid. And then
special bear. There's a special bear out there. There's a special bear, and it walks on two legs. That's why it's a special bear. You have to go find my special bear. Special bear. Bear's the word. Bear. Bear's the word. Bear.
See, so, and you've only seen a silhouette of like a Yeti, okay, like as their recreation, as their like split, like, okay, we're talking to this guy, we're gonna go to this guy, but we're gonna have a little picture of a Yeti walking behind trees in between. That's the only fucking Yeti shit you're gonna get, so just prepare, okay? It's irritating. But anyways, some more douche babble. He goes on, and then fucking you meet Reinhold Messner. Now, if you watch the last fucking documentary that this guy said he's like all bear, and even this one, yeah, is his Yeti he saw that was walking is a bear. Okay, cool. All right, he stuck to that and everything. All right, then you get him talking about this bear's special. All right, and all this other shit.
I'm 100% sure, 100% guarantee that it's a bear. It's got to be a bear. It has to be a bear. It's a bear. It's a bear. Starshine, I'm sorry, sweetie. Bear.
But yeah, no. And so then you get polar bear, hybrid bear. Okay, because they didn't get stressed the bear part enough. Okay, and then they get Steve Barry. Now, pay attention to Steve Barry because we're going to talk about him later too. Because I don't think douchebag Mark liked Steve Barry. Because his show from meeting until meeting Barry, he had a certain objective. Now he just wants to go, fuck you, Steve Barry. And so, like, and you can tell. And that was something cool that you noticed in this fucking thing. So anyway, Steve Barry saw some strange tracks, right? And they're just, straight in a line down this fucking thing. I've seen videos of cats jumping in a straight line.
Yeah, it very well could have been a snowshoed hare bounding through that area to leave that inline trackway. But to him, oh no, has to be something by
it's proof. Yeah, it's proof.
The funny thing is you know, they start out to prove that Yeti's nothing but the bear. Yeti nothing but the bear. Yeah. Now all of a sudden, God damn it, there's this bipedal fucking thing in our ball sack again. It's like a pubic hair in a fucking soup bowl.
Mm-hmm.
It just won't go away. And now he has to deal with that too. It's funny that it comes back to haunt him later.
Yeah. And so then he reads this Sherpa's sighting story, for a bit. And then you get this, like, cool little, like, scene that he's, like, pretending to, like, fly the helicopter and turn around and talk to you at the same time. Like,
right.
And then you just get this little thing, little word thingy at the
bottom.
Not
actual pilot. Little word thingy at the bottom.
And it says, douching in the Himalaya. And I was like, dude, that's tight. If he can make fun of himself and put that on there, that it says douching in the Himalaya, that's awesome, because he was definitely douching in the Himalaya. Anyway, so you get the helicopter polar bear talk, okay? Because you gotta talk about the polar bear.
Bear's a word. Bear.
So then
Bear's a word.
He goes, you know what? I'm going to go back in fucking time to fucking a month ago
right.
and talk to the fucking bear genetics lady in Buffalo, New York. All right?
Yeah,
so then he
goes
back
now.
In time. Yeah, he's like, well, fuck, I got to go back in a month. So then he fucking meets up with Doc Brown and they get back there. And so they're talking with the genetics lady, right, in Buffalo, whatever the fuck, right? So she's talking Himalayan bear, Tibetan bear, polar bear. Those are the bears out there.
And they're all the same thing. All the brown bears are the same thing, no matter what they look like. They're all the same thing genetically. So go get me samples.
Yeah. So then she says, give me samples and everything, right? And then so you get fucking that, like, they started showing fucking how polar bears fucking migrate. And it was like they walk in like zigzaggy triangles, like, and it all made sense to me. It's fucking Illuminati bears.
Right, Illuminati
That's why
bears.
You can't find them.
Right, yeah, they just disappear.
Yeah, because they walk in triangles, dude. Like, I'm telling you. So anyways, they talk about bear bones and the different structure of a polar bear to a brown bear to a grizzly bear. And what's it called? They're looking for a hybrid. Now, I can't even explain this enough. The show is Yeti or not. He states it right here that the whole point of this is that we're looking for a hybrid bear. So what the fuck are you? Like, he's just riding on the Yeti bullshit. Like, to me, this is what I'm thinking, because
there aren't enough bear enthusiasts that would give a shit about a show like this to fucking watch it. Just like his book, The Yeti Enigma, has nothing to do with Yeti and everything to do with bear. It's from Dr. Sykes. Why are we surprised?
Yeah. And the new bear lady. I don't know her name. Dr. Bear Lady.
Bear Lady.
Yeah, so then he goes and talks to this farmer about a bear killing bears, or I don't know why the fuck I wrote it like that, about bear. I think I was just saying bear more. But anyways, a bear killed two different... I don't know what the fuck I wrote right here. But this is what I got out of it, all right? I'm just going to read it to you so you can laugh at me. Talks to farmer about bear, killing bears, saw two different bears. Oh, yeah, that's right. That guy saw a black bear and then he saw a brown bear, and he talks about one of the bears being hella crazy and the other one. All right, so then at the next village, Douche goes to talk to fucking... some dude about two bears, and see, there's like fucking, there's multiple bears all the time, and and they talk about this one walking on 2 feet, right? And so then they talk about Tibet and the fucking Ebo fucking Ebo Go-Go in the Hobbit of Indonesia or whatever, right? And then the fucking bear lady, and she looks at old samples and shit, right? You're like, he went back in time again 2 years and got this bitch some samples. I'm sorry for calling her bitch, but whatever. Anyway, so then they go to that fucking guy's Nazi museum or whatever to see that fucking weird Yeti monster. The toxic Avenger Yeti is what I call it. And they got samples and shit. And dude just yanks a fucking tooth right out of the mouth of that. And he's like, here, take it, you know. It's all right. I've got plenty. You know, so then he goes to talk to villagers about this like black bear, and he asks them, where's the wild man and shit, and they all just point up. He says, everyone you ask, they all point up.
But that was the fucked up thing is, again, here he is. He's trying to just prove that the Yeti is just some kind of a special bear. And it turns around every time he talks to these people. Yeah, but then Yeti is something else. You know, wild man lives up there, wild man. So now he's back stuck with not only the bears, but back to these fucking monkey people again.
Mm-hmm.
So he's even failing at his own purpose. Failing to prove that Yeti is just a bear. No. Well, you're looking, those bears are there. But no, this is different. They live up there.
Yeah. The bears are over here. That thing's over there.
Right.
But so then they talk to fucking talk about that. So they get to some place, I forget what the fuck it was, I guess a tower or some shit where everybody goes to chill out when they're hiking. And he lays on a table. And all right, and so that next scene or whatever, they fucking go to talk about this monk, about the, I don't know how to say it, Miren,
whatever it is.
Yeah. So, and then they end up talking about different names for Yeti bear and fucking human and all the fucking Bigfoot names or whatever the fuck, the Yeti names that they were calling it and shit. And then they talk about the Shipton Everest photo and everything like that. Like that whole, you know, I mean, a lot of documentaries. So you've heard it before, so we don't need to get into it. But anyways, then they go to talk to this barefoot lady. She's like, you know, an expert on the bare feet. So you get all these like video of the bears walking, and you see how a bear's back foot, you know, lays flat like a human and everything. Then you get to where fucking good old Mark Evans proves his douchery, and he's like, so given this, you know, and he's talking to the barefoot lady, a bear could walk and leave linear tracks, correct? And so then, you know, like right at that scene, they like cut up to fucking Mark, and he looks in the camera, he's like, fuck you, Steve Barry. You know, you just see that little twinkle, and he's just like, fuck you, Steve Barry. Your fucking tracks are a bear.
Not that long of a line could have been in line like that for it to have been a bear. It could have been something bounding through there, a cat, a big jackrabbit, you know, a snowshoe hare, something like that. But I doubt it was a Sam Squanch or a Yeti. Yeah. But I wasn't there.
Yeah. And then Mark, he can't let it go, so he's got to still talk about it. So I mean, basically what I got out of what he was trying to say, the context was, it's a bear, I tell you. So that's all I got out of that. And then so they drive to the desert of the Himalaya, I guess, or whatever. I don't know what it was called. I didn't write it down. And a guy talks about seeing a bear, like, fucking up his goats or some bullshit, and he got some hair. So Mark got one of his fucking samples, but as he's getting his sample, he fucking contaminates it with his fucking bare hand, and he's just mangling the hair right there in front of you as he just received it. You know, so it's just fucking ruined. And so then they go see the medicine man, and they talk about the Meti.
The Mete.
Yeah, the Mete. Yeah. So and he shows how it walks and everything, and then the medicine man shows Douche this Yeti bone that he had. Like, it's like
the trumpet that they made out of this Yeti bone.
Yeah.
They found a dead Yeti, and he took the leg bone from this dead Yeti. So basically, they found a pile of hair and bones dead in a cave somewhere, and they just stole pieces of it and called it Yeti.
Yep. basically. And so the DNA lady needs the samples. She talks about it again, says the same thing she said. I think they just repeated the fucking scene. But anyways, then they fucking go and give you this long run through of like, which was cool. They show you what date, we found these large mammals, starting at like 1902 and going up, and everything. And I noticed they said the bonobo, but they didn't mention the billyache.
Well,
which was confusing.
yeah, because there's
wasn't that recent?
Yeah, that was much more recent. It was like 2005. But he can only read the script. He's not smart enough to know that the Billy Ape should be in there.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's lame. But anyway, so the dude wants to get samples, and his back in time adventure that he sent that lady. The first one, brown bear. Okay, second one, Tibetan brown bear. The third one, a fucking Tibetan brown bear. And guess what? Oh, that was the Nazi weird fucking
that horribly taxidermy. And that was the one that Sykes had based his whole book on, being some kind of weird hybrid bear.
Yeah. And he didn't even think to fucking check the tooth. The tooth was fucking dog. She found out it was a fucking dog. So then, that was during a video chat that they had. All right. And so then Douche goes to talk to, or he starts talking about Neanderthal, and then he starts getting into, I'm going to murder how to say this. Father Batdorf would say it better, but the Denisovians, he starts talking about them and everything. And so, why does it say? Oh, then he gets into the second, and I'm sure you can talk about that too, is not being able to breathe in the high altitude and the Himalaya. It's like he's like at 12,000 feet up there. Nobody can really breathe up there but the Sherpa people. I mean, that's why you put oxygen on to climb Mount Everest. Yeah. And that one Messner dude did it with fucking 2 toes or 3 toes. Yeah, well, that's because he's retarded. Woo! I mean, that guy's just retarded. Yeah, you're a moron. You've already lost 3 toes of frostbite, and here you want to cross fucking Mount Everest with no oxygen, jackass. Jackass. Let me say that again. Jackass. You're not brave. You're a jackass. Sorry. How do I really feel about it? Bear. Jackass. Bear. Bear is a word. Bear. Hey, this is a good point to stop and talk about who's hanging out in the lounge out there tonight. Let's give some live shout outs to the people hanging out in our live podcast chat room tonight. Loungians. Mr. The Dirty Duo goes first one out tonight. Welcome aboard. That's right. Rod Dupree is out there in the place to be. B. Lynn, how you doing, darling? Glad to see you there. Yes, he is. Starshine. Squad was there instead of here, and then it still took forever to get here. What a jackass. Starshine. Let's carne asada tacos, baby. Hey, that wasn't my fault. That was definitely yours. Yin is out there. How you doing there, buddy? My throat's really kicking out tonight. Dean Cooper, our quasi-terrorist, glad to see you showed up tonight. The Life and Times of JCM, Chevin Moore, our Jesus Christ of Monterey Bay. I don't know why. Such a huge name. It is, but it's funny. Let's Alexander Payne, how you doing? Glad to see you're out there listening to us and watching this crappy show all at the same time. God, what the heck's that saying? Bear. No. Bear. All the polar bear guys. Something Lilith. I can't see. I can't. Lilith hi. Brown bear. No, not anything to do with bear. Anime guy or something or other. I can't read it that deep. Dave Jackson, how you doing there, buddy? Dave Bear. Oh, California Pickin'. Glad to see you finally showed up for a live show. Hasn't California been around. Bear. Dave Bazzini didn't like us or the show, so he's on out of here. But glad to see you stopped in at least enough to tell us we suck. Peace out. That's right. Peace out, biatch. We got more things to do than this. Let's see. And that seems to be the people that are hanging out there in the lounge. He was like, why do these motherfuckers keep saying bear so much? I'm out of here. Fuck this show and fuck Yeti or not. Fuck everybody. I'm out. Peace. All right, let's get back to it there, Chief. So bear, more bear,
The skin flute was a bear.
Well, now we're We'll see. Now we're talking to I'm gonna fuck his name up, Ramses Nielsen or Neeson or whatever the fuck, about Denisovians and how they adapted to the high altitudes and shit. So then you get Douche on a Mountain with the axe.
Douche on a Mountain. Dude, we need to produce that song. Douche on the mountain.
On the mountain.
Douche in the valley.
I couldn't help but pick apart. Like, I've heard so many British people say Homo sapien. Okay? And this fool is Homo sapien. Homo sapiens.
But he's
Yeah. Yeah. So they asked the question, they asked the question, did the Denisovians, did they last longer than we thought, right? And 2 years ago, a DNA study was done, and he didn't fucking tell anybody about it until now. But he's like, I'll go back in time and show you.
I didn't skip you, did I? I'm sorry. B-Lin and Anapaz, I did not.
So then...
Keep talking.
No, I heard you say B-Lin.
I thought I did. But I may have skipped Anna Bass. I'm so sorry about that, because she's always out there supporting us. I'm so sorry, sweetheart. Anyhow, back to Mark Evans being a douche.
Yeah, douche goes to look for some Yeti hand at this place. And it's at some messed up temple, and they get in there, and it's like old bear hands, and then some guy that tried to steal something from that place, they cut his hand off and hung it up right there. So you're like looking, your first thought is like, oh shit, they got a fucking Yeti hand, look at that shit.
Yeah, it's like, they're like, oh no, that's a thief, he broke in. No. They stole it, bro. He broke in, so they cut his hand off. And hung it, and hung it in the ritual. So anyways, that's crazy, man.
Yeah, so fucking douche goes to the DNA lady, and they're bear, and so you find out that the nomad sample of the hair that he was fucking with was a Tibetan bear, and the Yeti bone that looked like a leg bone ended up being a Tibetan bear. And the Yeti hand ended up being a black bear. And so
he's like, but there's no forest. You do realize there's no forest there. There's no place for a black bear to live. There's no forest there. She's like, I don't know what to tell you. It is what it is.
But seeing how Mark Evans reacted to Steve Barry, I feel that this is the Mark Evans doucheries turn and look at Brian Sykes like, fuck your polar bear hybrid. It's not real either.
That's right. Totally failed in every aspect of what they set out to do in this show. Yeah. They failed in every single aspect. Sykes wanted you to prove that there was a hybrid bear out there. Fail. Sykes wanted you to prove that the Yeti was just a bear out there. Fail. So everywhere you fail, everywhere you went with this show, you failed and still put it on TV.
And yet, no talk really about a Yeti. Only one, I think 2 villagers spoke about a human face thing, and that's later when he started getting stumped with, but they walk upright, and he was getting fucked off by that. But anyways, they talk to that Ramses dude, and they get the results for, the 2 year ago fucking thing that he sent off, all right? And about the DNA shit that you found out when he was testing for Neanderthal, but now they're testing for the Denisovian, whatever the fuck they called it. All right, and so they find out that every person they tested had that. All the Tibetans that they tested, or whatever from that, the first one when they went looking up there or whatever, and they were testing for Neanderthal. So basically, they fucking made charts to make everything legit, and they basically end it by saying, fuck bears. It was the Denisovians that did it. And in probably like 6-7 months, we're gonna get a Mark Evans fucking documentary of Yeti
or Denisovians.
Denny.
Yeti
Denny. The Denisovian Yeti debacle or some bullshit that this fucker is gonna be holding on to because he's a piece of shit. And I feel like he got in an argument with Brian Sykes, and he fucking didn't like Steve Barry, and then he didn't like all the Americans talking shit about him for being a douchebag on the other show he was on. So then he's like, you know what, I'm going to make another one talking about Yeti, and I'm going to make it even fucking worse, and I'm going to do nothing but say bear, and we're not going to show a fucking Yeti at all. So fuck you, and that's what you get is just a whole bunch of fucking bear and shit. Because he wants to fuck them. Mark Evans is a bear fucker. You heard it here first. Mark Evans fucks bears.
I think you're absolutely right. I think you're absolutely right. I think it was
He's
one of
those
those
fucker.
One of those opportunities for him to just get on the air and blabber his face. I do got to give the man some props. I mean, I saw the dude get chomped in the face by an alligator, and he still does stupid shit like that. So he's not a coward. He's definitely got some bravery. And, the dude went on a 6-hour uphill hike to get up there to talk to those monastery dudes. Okay, so, I couldn't do that. But in the same token, apparently, there's something about bears. I don't know. Bears work. The guy does put in the legwork, much like our pal Adam Davies, but I don't know. Can we believe either of them anymore?
Adam Davies has gone deep in Johnson's portal.
He's moved here to America. He's moved here to San Diego. He lives right down there by you now. Congratulations.
Ooh.
He's now a Californian. Anyhow, that's going to wrap it up for this edition of Bigfoot Entertainment Weekly. What I'm going to do is I'm going to post a link to the Google Hangout in our Facebook chat room, our Facebook group. It is open to the public, so you don't have to join to grab it. I'm going to put the link in the chat or in the actual Hangout room after the show. I'm putting the link in the chat room as we speak right now. /S
Go
lounge.
to weslosner.com and buy some damn artwork. All of you. Now, I have to feed my chameleon. He needs food. Don't you? You want to feel bad for an animal? I'm going to make one of those. In the arms of the angels.
Hopefully that'll work. Copy and paste that address into your browser, and I will have a come hang with the Reverend Wes after the show hangout for about, the next 20 minutes. We'll see what happens. Thanks, guys, for watching. And as usual, may the Squatch be with you.
In your butthole. Bear butthole.
Of course, now it wants to take forever to start to play out. Go to that
bear hole.
Public hangout rolls for the next 20 minutes or so. We'll see who wants to show up.
Bear hole. Bear.
Wednesday night.
Did we
8
say
p.m.
fuck enough?
I think we covered fuck plenty of times.